Hello and welcome to our AEW review. Today we're reviewing the Collision from November 15th in Erie, Pennsylvania. They started off the show with a recap from the Blood and Guts matches from last week, or from Wednesday. Still so happy with how that show was. The first match that they had on the card was the Death Riders trio of Pac, Daniel Garcia, and Wheeler Yuta, who, during their entrance, Garcia decided to attack Matt Menard on commentary. This led to Moxley coming out to separate and security to take Menard out, and Moxley to join the commentary while Jay Lethal, Tommy Billington, and Adam Priest made their entrance to take on the Death Riders trio.
It wasn't Mox that separated them. It was Yuta and Pac.
When did Mox come out? Because you were paying more attention. Just right after that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Mox got on commentary after that and decided he wasn't going to leave for most of the night. Death Riders pretty much handled the match the entire time. There was a weird spot right before the picture-in-picture with Billington and Garcia running the ropes, and then Billington jumping over Garcia and the ropes to the out. It was weird. It wasn't a bad match, but the finish saw Lethal going for the lethal injection on Pac, but Pac grabbed Adam Priest and pulled him in to eat the injection, and when Lethal was distracted, Pac put on the brutalizer to get the tap out. Pac then got... Oh, that's our match. Yeah. Pac getting the brutalizer tap out on Lethal. What did you think of that one?
A 2.
A 2? Yeah, I give it a 2 as well. Moxley, like I said, stayed on for comms. Pac got on the mic and called out Darby for Full Gear next week. So we'll be getting that, and it will be a very good match. We had a backstage segment of Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis talking up their matches for later on in the show. Okay. Another backstage after that was Tony and Mina. After their beatdown, Tony wants to get her hands on all of the women's from the Blood and Guts match.
Currently, Mina's not cleared to fight.
Yep, but she will be next Wednesday for the first match of the upcoming tournament. So that all led into our second match of the show, which was Mark versus Mark, Briscoe versus Davis. Commentary pointed out that this is apparently the second time Mark Davis and Briscoe have been in the ring together. So it was Mark v. Mark 2. And we didn't even know. They started on the outside, and Mark Davis just was able to constantly power through everything. Briscoe just takes so much of damage and can keep going and throw in unique offense to get the edge. Briscoe hits the froggy bow off of the corner for the pinfall. I gave that one... I really enjoyed that just because of how much I enjoy watching Mark Briscoe. I gave that a 3.
Agree.
Alright. After that, there was another backstage segment. This was Scorpio Sky and Christopher Daniels talking up the upcoming match for Sky against Kyle Fletcher. It's always nice to see Scorpio Sky back from an injury. Let's keep him healthy. You have any thoughts on the backstage? No? Okay. The next match was the MXM TV casting call. I'm loving these casting calls. This one was a singles match for Ty and Valkyrie facing off against Ty Mello. Since Anna Jay is currently sick and wasn't in the arena, they want to try and get as many of these tag matches for the women in as they can. So,
Absolutely hated her hat.
I loved her hat.
It's gross.
That hat was massive and gaudy, and I loved it.
Ugly.
No.
Just like her hair color.
Her hair colors.
She looks like a damn highlighter.
After the match, here, Mello wins it with her Thai KO finisher. It was a pretty quick match. I only gave it 1.5 because it was really short. It could have gone longer. Valkyrie is a really good wrestler, and I think the two of them could have put on like a really good 10-minute match.
No, I rated theirs a 1.5.
Yeah, same as me. Afterward, Shafir ran in and started beating up Mello, just continuing the violence from the previous show. Tony Storm runs in for the save and hits a
Storm Zero
pile driver on Shafir, which Moxley helped sell his concern for Shafir after that.
Not really.
Not really. She's fine. We do worse in our training. After that, there was another recap from the previous show of Hangman versus Hobbs, building up for Hangman versus Joe in a steel cage at Full Gear. It's going to be a really good match. Match number 4 on the show was Scorpio Sky versus Kyle Fletcher. Sky definitely showed that he is a veteran, two-time TNT champion. He was not afraid to use dirty tactics, poking the eye. The faking the ankle injury was... I liked it. I was actually concerned myself when I saw him go down and went, oh no, don't get hurt. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. You have anything about that?
I wish Scorpio Sky would have won.
Yeah.
Dad? Can I get a refill?
Fletcher just was able to get the opening and find a burst of power to hit his finish with the sheer drop brainbuster. Kind of came out of nowhere with it, but I gave that 3 stars. I thought it paced really well. Sky did a really good job showing that he's an experienced senior.
I gave that one a 2.
Alright. Davis came out afterward and started beating up Sky. Briscoe ran in for the save. Kyle weirdly says that the Don Callis family had nothing to do with Briscoe getting beaten up. So we'll see if that's where they're going to go with the storyline. Who then beat up Briscoe at Blood and Guts?
Pac.
Well, you would think it was Pac because he was one of the later ones, but who knows? We'll see what they decide to do with that, or if they just drop it. Let's see here. My handwriting is so terrible. They previewed the Tailgate Brawls 8-man tag that will be happening. The Acclaimed are going to be in it. Bullet Club, Bill and Keith, and the Outrunners.
That must have been like an in-between thing.
Yeah, it was another one of the in-betweens. Yeah. They did a bunch of in-between stuff between 4 and 5.
Because my notes just go right into Rio and Alex.
Yeah, then before Rio and Alex, they had another thing building for Monet versus Statlander at Full Gear, ringing up Monet's record and Statlander's records. I don't see Monet.
Bring
getting
Monet
it.
down.
So Monet did go for her 13th title over the weekend and did secure number 13 in House of Glory Wrestling.
Oh, for God's sake.
So now the downfall can happen. She got 13. Now she's cursed. You can't go past 13. Match number 5 was Alex Windsor and Riho versus Hyan and Mayan World from the previous week's quick match. This one was longer than 3 minutes. I actually kind of liked Hyan and Mayan World in this. They got a lot more in. It shows that when you work with people and you do what you're asked, they give you more TV time. But it was better than last week. I think I gave it 1.5.
Yeah.
1 3/4. It was better. It was good. It moved on. See, after that match, Tony and Mina called out Windsor and Riho over the Tron because they have them in the first round of the tournament, and their sights are set past them on Shafir and Megan Bain because they want to extract some of their revenge. Then we had more backstage. Yeah, this was where it was just all backstage and pre-tape. Kyle O'Reilly wants to get his hands on Moxley again. It was, I believe, I don't know if that was, the segment was after his match with, I don't know when that, it had to have been after the Blood and Guts. He wants to get his hands on Moxley again. He wants to make him
It was
tap.
right after Blood and Guts because he was covered in blood.
Yeah, they all were.
And
covered
Mox
in
was
blood,
like,
yeah.
the audience was chanting that he tapped out, and then Mox stood up and was like, F this.
Yeah, Mox gets up and challenges Conglomeration or whoever to any match anywhere. Which I feel like is calling and setting up for the Anarchy in the Arena match. It won't be this pay-per-view, so either... Oh, if Revolution is in Mexico, Arena Mexico, you do Anarchy in Arena Mexico. And that would be really good. So that's my call for when Anarchy in the Arena is going to happen. Revolution in Arena Mexico. See here. That's it for the backstage segments?
Yep.
No. There was still Ty Mello didn't want Tony Storm's help, but she really wants to get her hands on Shafir too. So everybody wants to beat the crap out of Shafir. Then we got into our all-star 8-man tag for the main event. It was LFI, Sammy, and Roosh and FTR versus Juice Robinson, Jet Speed, and Bandito on his own. Just a really good match. Like, high energy, a lot of things
out of the
going
ring.
so far.
Rush and Bandito headbutt, and they both are flattened.
Roosh and Bandito have great chemistry together. I can't wait to see them fight for the Ring of Honor titles some more. Just get them in singles matches as often as we can. They're so good.
And who would have thought that Bandito wins?
Yeah. Bandito manages to hit a 21-plex off of Roosh and FTR having a miscommunication headbutt on the outside. I gave that, it was a really good match, but there wasn't any build to it, and I didn't really, nothing stood out, so it was just like a 3 for me. But it was good. It was enjoyable. Okay. So going in for next week, we have a 3-hour Dynamite this Wednesday.
Oof.
Kenny Omega is returning. Yes, Kenny! And then we have Full Gear this Saturday. The pre-show will be live on TV, and the rest will be pay-per-view. You'll have our reactions to the pay-per-view afterward, and we'll do it all at once. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. Please leave a like, a comment, anything. Hope to catch you guys soon, and Have a good one.
Subscribe if you like it.
Have a good one. Thank you.